I'm gonna tell you exactly what kind of man you are. You're the kind of man this city needs. And the cops, they can't fix it alone. We all need men and women who are willing to take the fight themselves, the kind of people who risk their lives. We need heroes. That's the kind of man Frank Castle is.
What's up, everybody? It's Josh, and we need to talk about some freaking crazy news with regards to Daredevil Born Again. And this is in the realm of rumors and speculation, but it is coming from some very reliable insiders. So I don't know if you don't want to know anything about Born Again, I guess spoiler warning and get on out of here. But it's not that bad because all it's really about is what kind of a role Jon Bernthal Punisher's going to play in the show. Let's go! Now, this all kind of happened on Twitter with a bunch of different insiders chiming in on a rumor, sort of corroborating it, and it kind of leads into this crazy place where we're going to be getting a lot of Jon Bernthal Punisher in Daredevil Born Again. But let's kind of go through the timeline here. I'm on the direct, okay? It says here, and this is a really cool kind of just explaining of everything, the Hollywood Reporter first reported that Charlie Cox's Daredevil is seeking to reunite with Kristen Ritter's Jessica Jones in the upcoming Echo series, leading to a much-awaited reunion between the two Defenders. Many have speculated that the pair's team-up in Echo would lead to an extended reunion on Daredevil Born Again, but it seems that this will not be the case anymore based on a new batch of rumors. Entertainment scooper Casey Walsh of the Geeks Worldwide implied on Twitter that Jon Bernthal's Punisher could show up on Daredevil Born Again to take the rumored role that was initially slated for Kristen Ritter's Jessica Jones. Walsh shared this tweet alongside a gif of Bernthal Punisher. He said, "I know I was in denial about this, but it sounds like another popular character will show up as well due to a scheduling conflict, as it appears they will take the rumored role Jessica Jones had." Moreover, Cape Time podcast host Tom Smith added more context to Walsh's tweet, saying that Born Again is reintroducing Marvel's Netflix characters to the mainstream. Basically, Born Again is reintroducing the Netflix characters to the mainstream, and they plan to bring in Ritter, but there's a scheduling problem for Born Again, so they need another Netflix star to fill the role. It's Jon Bernthal. Wouldn't be shocked if Ritter cameos, though. Reliable scooper Charles Murphy of Murphy's Multiverse corroborated Walsh and Smith's claim about Bernthal's inclusion in the Daredevil's Disney Plus series. However, Murphy did point out that he's absolutely not confirming anything about the subject, saying that he's just sharing what he heard. And he says right here, for your information, I too have heard about the Bernthal buzz. May remember months back, I said I was told to pump the brakes on Ritter joining Echo/Daredevil Born Again. This is why, and Bernthal's name was mentioned. I will also say that I'm absolutely not confirming, just sharing what I heard. And down here, they say in a follow-up tweet, Murphy restated that the original plan was for Jessica Jones to be mentioned in Echo before appearing fully in Daredevil Born Again. Assuming a similar plan were to be applied to the Punisher's return, Murphy mentioned that he doesn't think Bernthal shot anything yet for Echo. So now let me kind of like break down what this means exactly. Then we'll talk about the other established rumors for the Echo show and Daredevil Born Again. And we'll just kind of speculate and have some fun. But essentially, yeah, they're bringing a lot of these Netflix characters back, and they're introducing a lot of them actually in Echo. Like, it's rumored, of course, that Matt Murdock's going to play a decent role in that show. Kingpin is obviously returning. He was even in the trailer that they showed at D23 from Disney, and even characters like Foggy Nelson, Karen Page, and others are rumored to be coming back first in Echo and then setting up Daredevil Born Again. And the rumor was that Daredevil would be actually looking for Jessica Jones in the Echo show. There's something going on with Echo and Kingpin, and Daredevil essentially, I believe, runs into either Kingpin or Maya, aka Echo, and we think this is what he's going to be looking for. He's looking for Jessica Jones. It was never explained to anybody, and it never leaked out in any rumors why he's looking for Jessica Jones, but that was the whole idea, was that he was looking for Jessica Jones, okay? And that was going to set up an appearance of Jessica Jones in somewhat of a significant role for the Daredevil Born Again show. So what all of these different scoopers and insiders are now explaining is that that plan may have changed because of a scheduling conflict, and Jessica Jones cannot appear at the same capacity that the writers wanted her to in the Daredevil Born Again show. And instead, they are replacing her role, which is this like significant kind of fan servicey role, with Jon Bernthal's Punisher. And don't get me wrong, I love Jessica Jones, but this feels like a freaking upgrade. We were going to get a whole bunch of stuff focused on freaking Jessica Jones, and now instead we are going to have freaking Jon Bernthal's Punisher in a very significant role in Daredevil Born Again. Let's go! But now let's go deeper on some speculation and talk about the other established rumors, okay? So it was established that Kingpin wanting to run for the mayor of New York City was going to have something to do with what was going on in the Echo show. It's possible this is something that's going to be set up during the Echo show and paid off in Daredevil Born Again, with Fisk actually being the mayor and having even more power and control in New York City than he's ever had before. And so then you see it would make sense if a bunch of Kingpin's enemies, probably Maya at that point, Daredevil himself, maybe Jessica Jones, and definitely the Punisher, were all teaming up in some capacity to try to take Fisk down. I mean, Wilson Fisk being the freaking mayor of New York City, super bad idea for all of the heroes and really all of the people in New York City. This actually was just done in Marvel Comics, by the way, in a run called Devil's Reign. It was freaking really cool. And the only real thing of substance that we've heard about Daredevil Born Again is that it's something like a soft reboot, perhaps even alluding to things that did happen in the Netflix shows, while also establishing that this is a different Matt Murdock. And it seems like that soft reboot will happen for all of these characters, but it's going to be really weird because you could see a scenario in which Punisher is used in the show because of his scenes in prison with Fisk, and it's like maybe you're gonna have Daredevil actually trying to find freaking Jon Bernthal Punisher to figure out how Kingpin got out of jail, or maybe something that Punisher knows about Kingpin. And you can even see the show alluding to, freaking Punisher and Kingpin working together somewhat, in one of the Netflix Daredevil seasons. And there were rumors about a month ago that Jon Bernthal was indeed coming back for something in 2024. It's possible this is exactly what that is, and it sort of pins him coming back to the MCU in Daredevil Born Again. And that to me just means that it's likely that Born Again is going to be somewhat of a more mature show. It's going to be more violent. It's going to be more serious. And I feel that way because Jon Bernthal said in many different interviews he wants to come back to the character, but he was personally worried about them Disneyfying Frank and toning Frank down. He needs to be able to be the character the way he played him before, and he loved doing that. So I think you're going to see that in the MCU version of the Punisher, which seems like it's going to be happening in Daredevil Born Again. Crazy news. I think a really cool turn of events. I mean, I hope Jessica Jones is still involved, and maybe they have a really fun storyline involving her that can be carried on, into another series or something when she doesn't have scheduling conflicts. But it feels like a freaking dub to me that we're getting Bernthal now in a more significant role in Daredevil Born Again. So let me know, what do you think about this juicy rumor? What do you think about some of the speculation we had? If you like this video, smash a freaking like on it, smash a subscribe. And if you're looking for something else fun to watch, check out this theory video about the 10 rings from Shang-Chi and what they might actually be in the MCU. There was a new report that suggests they're like the Infinity Stones for the Multiverse Saga. So check this theory video out. It's right there on the screen. Just give it a click.